Welcome to today's training video. So before I really get into the meat and potatoes of the video, I want to preface with a little bit of how my videos are going to work. So I know this is my first training video in a while, so how I'm going to start displaying these or portraying them is 1 week I'm going to do a relationship building video, and then the next week I'm going to really give you guys something productive, something strategic, something practical. I don't know the right word, but I'm gonna give you something more geared towards exactly how to fix the problems that you might be having. So this week is relationship building concept training week. So you can't do anything with your dog unless you have a solid foundation, and that foundation is the wiring of their brain, is their relationship with you. Because how can you expect to, train your dog, to give your dog a correction when they don't sit when you tell them to sit, if you have no relationship with your dog? If your dog doesn't trust you that you are guiding them and giving them the best possible chance to learn everything and give them the life that they really want, then how on earth are they supposed to actually thrive, actually live a good, solid life? So I'm going to really get down to the first concept that we're going to really talk about, and it is calmness. So let's talk about it. All right, so before we really start to dive into the concept of calmness, let's talk about all of the emotions that your dog feels and why calmness is so important. So to barrel it down, super simple, we are going to say that our dogs have 4 emotions, and they are going to land on one of 4 places on a graph. So on one end, you have the positive side, and then obviously negative. And then up here, you're going to have high arousal, and down here, you're going to have low arousal. So the reason we split it up this way is to kind of help you figure out what emotion your dog is feeling. So on the high arousal, let's talk about the positive and negative side. So the positive side of high arousal is going to be excitement, whereas on the negative side, it is going to be fear. So given that, on the low arousal side, the positive end is going to be calmness, whereas the negative side is going to be anxiety. So why this is so interesting is because, and honestly why you need to know it, is because when your dog is feeling excitement, fear, or anxiety, they are showing in the exact same behaviors. Therefore, you can never really know what your dog is feeling. And I love this example so much because it really resonates with a lot of dog owners. I mean, if your dog, for example, barks every time the mailman drops off the mail, or every time a dog walks by, are they barking because they are excited because they see these people? Are they barking because they're fearful that these people are right by their territory? Or are they barking because they're anxious that these strangers are now on their property? You will never know the answer to that, which is why it is so important that our dogs are in the state of calmness in the majority of their life. So let's take that same example. If the mailman comes by and your dog just remains laying down, possibly sleeping on their bed or on the couch or in their crate or wherever they are, you know for a fact your dog is calm. You can see very clearly the mail just got dropped off, but your dog did not care one bit because they're just in a positive, low arousal state, and they're just chilling. They're having a great time in that state. So that is a little bit of basis. Now I'm going to show you some strategies and ways you can start implementing calmness throughout your life. One of the easiest ways to implement calmness is by giving your dog a break. So I'm going to flip my camera and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Excuse the nose smudges, but Tilly just went on a 15-minute walk. She is a puppy, And so I am going to give her some time in her crate with a couple toys. Can you go in your crate, Tilly? Good. So she has a few toys, she has a blanket, and she has some calm music playing. And this is going to allow her to nap, to calm down after that long walk that we just went on. Two other really easy, really quick on your part ways to improve and promote calmness within your dog is by giving them either a stuffed Kong. So what I do is I fill this end with their kibble, with maybe some fun different types of kibble, different flavors, different brands, and then I cover it with peanut butter. What you could also do is you could just take some of your dog's daily food allowance and fill the Kong, and this could be potentially part of their dinner. So this would be a really good way to use your dog's daily food allowance and train them at the same time. Another way, this one is a little more difficult to incorporate your dog's daily food allowance, but it could still count towards their caloric intake for the day. And it is a lick mat. So you can get these at pet stores, you can get them on Amazon, you can get them probably, I'm sure, on Chewy. I don't think I've looked them up on Chewy, but I'm positive you can get them on Chewy. You can get them anywhere. They're fairly cheap. It's just a little rubber mat that normally has some kind of groove or pattern in it. They come in different shapes, sizes. They're super variable. And what you would do is, my biggest recommendation for this would be to get some kind of canned dog food, particularly a pate. So the really gross looking stuff, and I would smooth it over into the grooves, probably using up the majority of the mat, and then allow your dog, if your dog is really quick with these types of things, then you could freeze it, make it a little more difficult. Same with the Kong, you can freeze those. And the act of licking, hence lick mat, is naturally calming for your dog. So what you could do is you could possibly play a YouTube video in the background of, you know, a doorbell ringing or dogs barking or something your dog may be reactive to, and you could give them a lick mat or a Kong, and they would be instinctively calming themselves down and being rewarded at the same time with both the Kong and the lick mat. So these are just a few really quick tips that can really start to build calmness within your dog. I don't want to give away all of my tips in one video, so be sure to check in next week for another Training Thursday video. Next week is going to be the more practical side, so I'll probably start with a little bit of obedience, maybe even a loose leash walking tip, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. So yeah. If you enjoyed this video, I would absolutely love it if you could comment down below and tell me your biggest takeaway. If you would also like and subscribe and all that fun stuff, share it on your social media, share it to friends, family, anyone who may need some help training their dogs. My biggest goal is to help you guys in the best way I possibly can. So if you guys could share this video, that would mean the world to me. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you guys again on Monday for our Mindset Monday video.